408 has a good one on the Golden State Lumber and Building Materials text line. He says, I think all the criticism is, this is kind of harsh because it's Jimmy G's fault. Because Jimmy was good here.
I agree.
And then he goes elsewhere, and then he says, wow, look at Jimmy G.
It's the Jimmy G effect because Jimmy won so many games in Kyle Shanahan's system, and then we saw him this year with the Raiders lead the NFL in interceptions in the first 5-6 weeks of the season. So I do think there's a lot of people who thought that they were proven right about Jimmy's lack of success outside of the Kyle Shanahan system and are now correlating that to Brock Purdy.
I don't know what it is. Is it the Jimmy Garoppolo effect? That Jimmy was a system guy here, took the Niners to a Super Bowl, and then went to Vegas and looked terrible?
I think that's it. A lot of people hold the Kyle Shanahan kind of system to a standard, and they saw all the success that Jimmy Garoppolo had in it. And look, Jimmy won a whole lot of games, but you're absolutely right. Look what he did this year with the Raiders when he led the NFL in interceptions before he got hurt, and then he was benched for Aiden O'Connell. So there's a lot of people who were doing victory laps, shout out Dieter Kurtenbach, about Jimmy Garoppolo and the Kyle Shanahan system, and now they're using that same argument against Brock Purdy.
818 says he doesn't raise the level of, this is on the Golden State Lumber and Building Materials text line. 818 says he doesn't raise the level of players around him, and yet 4 of his receivers and running backs have over 1,000 yards each. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's literally raising the level.
Tell that to George Kittle, who set a career high in touchdowns last year when Brock Purdy took over.
Say again?
I said tell it to George Kittle, who had a career high in touchdowns last year when Brock Purdy took over. Yes, tell it to Brandon Ayuk, who became second-team All-Pro this year.
Yeah,